With our boy Keith getting his 95 Road King up and running this spring, we've got a good look at the fact that he, like a lot of people these days, is in the position of bringing an Evo-based bike back from the deterioration of a hard first, sometimes second life. We've been going at this bike a part at a time and doing upgrades as he can afford it. One thing's for sure, as the price of these older Evos continues to come down and more people start to end up on them, smart companies will make parts and accessories to meet the consumer on that level. In this chapter of Keith's old Evo, we have a set of Legend Air Suspension's LB1 shocks to install. Keith is looking forward to the adjustability of the Legend system that will provide him with the ability to switch the ride height at a flick of his thumb. So when his chick wants to ride with him, or if he's alone just cruising and wants to go aggressive in the twisties, the suspension will handle the whole range. Like most of the tech articles in the magazine, we start by reading the instructions. Simple as it may sound, a lot of procedures are overlooked that could save you a lot of time if you just stop in the beginning and read over the manufacturer's paperwork. Once we have the kit out of the box and make sure everything's there, we can start installation. In the beginning, it's all the usual stuff. Strip off the bags, the seat, the battery, get a jack up underneath it so that once we take the old shocks off, we can put it at the height that will accept the new shocks. Pretty straightforward at this point, nothing too complicated.
You know, nope. Okay.
This is a quick cheat for getting the wiring from the handlebars down to the battery area. The left hand grip is where the thumb control switch for the new air suspension will be located. Before we can mount it on the bars, we feed the wiring through the headstock, underneath the tank, and into the battery compartment. Keith's bike's an older police model Road King, so some of it's different than the standard installation, like this compressor mount. That should be underneath the battery. No big deal though, we relocate it and start putting our airlines on. You can see here all the wiring is color coded, so it's pretty easy. Bring the wires down from the switch, up from the compressor unit, tie in the battery. It's all push pinned together with some nice seals, so we're ready to go. Moving on to the shocks, we remove the old hardware, left and right, and then Keith gets to happily install his Legend Air suspension. Now we run the plastic tubing from the splitter located at the compressor unit that we just showed you, cut it to length with the tool that they provide in the kit, and we insert our inline fuse to make ready to check this system out. The new Legend Air suspension showed us an inch shorter and over 3 inches more in height. At this point, Keith has about 175 miles on the new Legend Air suspension, and overall he's pretty happy with it. What we found is, in addition to the better ride in the mid-range of the shocks, adjustability, there are so many other added benefits. For one, if you max out the pressure and ride with the shocks as tight as they go, the cornering is killer. It's really like riding on a rail on the bend, so when he wants to get it on, that option is just a thumb switch away.